Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another night of My Life Has Destiny podcast where I am, y'all know me, Quint Jones, my sister over there, Coco Fenton. Guys, we're going to go right into it. We were supposed to come up here the other day, but it's been a lot going on this week, so we have not had a chance to come up. But we wanted to follow up on the part two of Hard Conversation. And we want to check in. We do apologize for not being able to come up when we said we was, but we are here now and prayerfully. The two that wanted us to check in are in the chat on tonight. We're not going to be up here long, but there's something I wanted to discuss. We're doing a part two because, for one, we were asked, and two, look, I was about to put up a third finger, so I must have a third point. But two is because when it comes to relationships, guys, please don't lose yourself in a relationship. And I don't know why I've been on these topics, but it is so important for you not to lose yourself in a relationship. A one sided relationship does not work. If the person does not want to be with you, or if the person don't have the mindset of being committed to you, don't go into it like this is a challenge I'm going to conquer. They told you that they are not interested. They told you what they are about, and you are not going to be the one to change their mindset. Don't give all of you to the point where you have nothing left for you, to the point where you have to reintroduce yourself. Been there, done that. To the point where you have to almost pull yourself up out of the dirt. It is time for you to let go of the negativity in the relationships. Now, if you are married, people, I am no way saying to get rid of your husband, okay? But I am saying try counseling. I am saying fight the right battle. I am saying adultery is grounds for divorce. I am saying you have to decide what you are going to tolerate. And you have to understand that balance in a relationship is key. And I say this because I promise you, women of God, men of God, a church, if you don't understand balance, can tear up a relationship. I've been there, I've done that. So I'm being very transparent on tonight. When I first came to Christ, I did not understand what balance was. I just wanted to serve God. I wanted to do it appropriately. I did not want to fail him. I did not want to fail my pastor. And I put the pastor in the wrong perspective. I just wanted to be obedient. And it caused a lot of issues in my marriage because I was being pulled more to the church than paying attention to what my husband needed. Do we understand? Yes, my husband was in the church, but my husband also had other needs. And not just in the bedroom, but you have to pay attention and you have to balance out your time. Charity begins at home and then it spreads abroad. And I'm not saying don't love God, but a single woman honors God with everything. He's her covering. A married woman has to honor her husband. Okay? Do we understand? Okay. Now, with that being said, this year We will not do toxic. If you was doing toxic last year, you have to know your worth, love you more, figure out what you're going to tolerate, understand what balance is, and understand that you deserve so much better. Love you first. Get to know who you are. With that being said, y'all, thanks for joining us. I'm going to see if Coco has any comments and if there's anyone inside of the inbox, prayerfully, the lovely people that were in the inbox last week are in there tonight. But I want you to take in consideration that you matter and you can't give to anybody else if you can't give to yourself first. You have to love on you first. Okay? So, with that being said, Sissy,
I didn't know where she was going with that at first, show. So I was just waiting. It was so quietly over here. Um, but I'm gonna shift it just for a second.
go ahead, shift it.
Um, and I'm gonna say this: it's very important right now that you know the season you're in, right? And that's for anything concerning your life, not just your relationships, your business, ministry, all of that, right? It's very important that you know the season that you're in. Um, at this point in all of our lives, everybody is dealing with their own thing. You know, nobody's having a hunky dory time, right? Everybody dealing with their own thing in their own way. Is something coming down the pipe, and um, if you're not prepared for what's coming, it's gonna hurt, right? And so you have to prepare. We've been saying this for a minute, y'all. Like
A good minute.
not knowing that when the dude got back in office, all of this stuff was going to take place, right? Um, so I will say this: um, is there need for you to worry? No, because if you do what you got to do, God gonna do what He got to do. So
Absolutely.
there is no worration, as I like to call it. You know, whether you consider that to be a word or not. There's no need to worry about it because if you do your part, He'll do His. But at the
Mhm.
same time, you have to uh yeah, excuse me, funny on. Um, at the same time, you have to um be proactive about what you do see happening. Change the things that you can change. Pray about the things that you cannot, and just keep it moving at this point because you can't be lackadaisical. This is so not the time to be lazy about nothing because he changing stuff on a daily basis, hour by hour. Every time you turn around, something else is being signed and something else is being done. A lot of things have been blocked. He has not been able to do them, but I can tell you this: they're not going to continue to block everything. They are going to let some things go through, and you
Mhm.
do not know how those specific things are going to affect you. And so, and even if it may not affect you personally, it might affect somebody you know. You might know somebody that gets Section 8. You might know somebody that get housing, somebody that gets Medicaid, somebody that gets all of this stuff. That if he does what he trying to do, all of that stuff gonna be gone. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be a struggle for the ones that's already struggling, right? And so we've been saying stock up on food for a minute. We've been saying stock up on certain types of goods for a minute. Why? If you turn around, it's been happening before he got back in office, but it was leading up to this point. Every time you turn around, there's a recall on some type of food. I mean, it just got so bad the other day they recalled potato chips, y'all. Like understand there's a recall on everything. And so you have to stop and think about what's going to get recalled next and why. This stuff is not just happening by fluke, it's being done deliberately, whether you want to say it or not. It is. Okay? I don't know about none of y'all if y'all ever watched the movie Left Behind, but everything that Revelation speaks of and everything that the movie Left Behind depicts is what's happening right now, right? And so you got to sit back and you got to look at what's going on. This is not the time for you to be lackadaisical in your relationship with the Lord. Get your life right. Get your life right. I just had a I I watched a movie the other night on one of my nights where I couldn't sleep because I wasn't feeling all that hot. And in the movie, um and I'm sorry, this wasn't a movie. This was a young man in the hospital. My husband was in the hospital. I never forget what this young man said. He said, I was in a place where it was just dark and I couldn't find my way out. And my apostle happened to come up to the hospital and pray for. She came up to pray over my husband, lay hands on him. She left him with a prayer shawl of his own and things of that nature. But while she was praying for him, she didn't know that God also sent her for the dude next door because they were going to pull that the dude next door, the life support was supposed to get pulled on him 2 days after. The day 2 days after the day that she actually showed up because they had already told his family the night before that he had no brain activity. And he said that he was just in a dark place with no way out. All he saw was darkness. There was no way out. And when she came and prayed over my spouse, he said he saw a speck of light and he followed the light. He ran towards the light. This man had absolutely no brain activity. We heard them tell his family he had no brain activity. He said he saw the speck of light and ran towards the light. In him running towards the light, all of this man's machines started going off. So at the end of the day, I sit back and I think about stuff like that, and I say, "Well, God, you know what? I don't watch you do take the what they call the impossible and make it possible. So this is no you know small feat to you. This is something that you do. You can do it with your eyes closed because
Mm-hmm.
you are who you are. But it's just the fact that the young man said that he was just roaming around in utter darkness and could not find his way out. There was no walls for him to touch. It was just dark. He calling out, and it's like his name, his what he's calling out to was bouncing back towards him. And can you just imagine that you in a place of darkness, trying to call for help? Nobody can hear you. There's no way out. You don't see. You feeling for everything. There ain't no door handles. You don't even feel like there's a floor. But that's where he was. And I was like, to me, my question was, do you feel like you was in hell?
Or
This
in between.
this was your hell. This is what hell was like to you. Because see, some people don't understand that your version of hell may not be the same as somebody else's. Right? And so it's like when he said it, I was just baffled, right? Because I was just sitting there and I don't think that some people realize. And I tell everybody all the time that my apostle is a rare jewel, and she's just that. Um and it's something um that at the end of the day, when you sit back and you look at your relationship with the Lord and you look at somebody else who didn't have one, because when he finally came back to, for him not to have no brain activity, he should have, even him coming back to, he should not have been able to talk, but he was talking when he came back to. Like, who voice did I hear? Who was I listening to? And I mean, it was just all of this, like just coming to. But at the end of the day, for him to say that he did not have no relationship with the Lord before that, he did not understand.
Hey, Apostle.
Hello, he did not understand what had actually put him in the ICU to begin with. And I mean, it was just a lot. But just to get straight to the point, be make your relationship with the Lord a priority.
Mm-hmm.
Make that a priority.
Hey, Simone.
Who cares about the other stuff? Literally make that a priority. Because you sit back and you think about it, that could be any of us at any given time. If he was to call your card, if him and the enemy sit down and have a conversation about you today, and he called your card, can you say for sure that there's you that you know where you're going? Like for real, for real. If the enemy come to him and want to give you a Job experience, can you say for sure you gonna hold out? You know you finna make it through whatever he gonna do. If they have a wager and put a wager on you, who gonna win the wager? For real, for real. Are you gonna punk out at the first sign that it's too much? Or you gonna be able to withstand it and just say, okay, I know who I serve. If you allowing it to happen, there gotta be a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit here and I'm just gonna trust you. Can you say that? If you've been through a Job experience before, how did you come out? Was it hard for you to go through it? Or was it easy to go through it because you knew that God had you? I'm not gonna say that when you got your wilderness experience, it's an easy thing because it ain't. That wilderness experience will teach you something. I don't know if you ever been there, and if you haven't, I pray you ain't got to go there no time soon. But whenever you go through things like that, it teach you something about yourself. It show you a lot about you for one, and then it show you a lot about the folks around you at the same time too. Because when you going through your wilderness experience, if people don't have real good discernment, they don't know how to handle you. When God is crushing you, some people don't know how to handle you. And at the end of the day, his crushing is a totally different type of press, right? And so my thing is, where are you in your current season? Are you being crushed so that he could get something out of you? Are you where are you? Where does he have you? Are you on the coming out and now this is your time to reap some stuff? Is this your time to sow? However he needs you to sow. Like, where are you in your season? If you don't know, I suggest you really employ him and that you reach out to him and that you ask him where you are in this season because it's important that you know. Don't move ahead of the time either. And so, don't be running for prophetic words because I need you to slow that roll because all of these prophetic words ain't coming from the Lord. The same way you pray to the Lord, the enemy ear hustling too, and he could send somebody with the word that you thought you wanted, that you wanted to hear, that flesh of yours wanted to hear, and it didn't have nothing to do with the Lord. So I'm just telling you because everybody's standing behind that wonderful thing that y'all call a microphone and a pulpit, all of them ain't right. And then you just running because you ear hustling and you yearning for something that you picking up and you taking in everything. You can't be fed everything. I can't eat all types of food, so I can't take in everything. You feel me? And you can't take in everything on the spiritual note either. So you need to slow your roll and sit down and ask him to send you somewhere where you can really, really, really be fed. Ask him to send you that thing that you yearning for on a spiritual note so that you can get it and get it for real this time. Right? And I'm so glad that he did that for me. Because I was tired of looking. I ain't even gonna lie. I was tired of looking, and every time I went somewhere, it was like a blowback in my face up until now. So at the end of the day, you have to know why he sends you to a place, and you have to know that that person got what you need. And so I just implore you to seek the Lord, right? Um, if you have not fasted before, talk to somebody, learn it. But I suggest you consecrate yourself a time or two, a couple times throughout this year, because I promise you it's gonna be needed. We do it a lot. Church is about to go on another fast. Bless the Lord. We do it a lot around these parts. Okay, so and if there's a fast call for, I mean, for you, you might feel like it's no apparent reason, but if there is a fast call, most of the time there is a reason, and so you have to understand that the Bible tells us that some things only come through prayer and fasting, and so we have to learn how to cover ourselves on the spiritual note. Because baby, let me tell you something. If you want to build yourself up in the spirit realm, that's the way to do it. If you fast and fast for real, oh, it's gonna build up your spirit man so much. It's gonna break your flesh down. Your flesh ain't gonna like it. Okay. Cause I be thinking sometimes that Quint gonna fly away. You know, cause when she go to fast and she act like she don't know how to stop sometimes. But you know, Um, but it does a whole lot though, for real, for real. It does a whole lot for your body. It'll start to regulate your body back right. It'll clean your body out. It'll detoxify you. All this stuff at the same time. So it has a lot of health benefits at the same time as along with spiritual ones.
But
Um,
you have to understand when you're fasting, what you're fasting for. Because if you're fasting wrong, you can get very sick.
yes,
So it is so important for you to understand that there is a balance when it comes to fasting.
yes,
Because you and Simone, don't laugh at her. You end, you end up sick, or you end up fasting because, oh, I'm fasting because I want to lose the weight, so I'm going on this intermittent fasting or
mhm,
whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? It can cause more harm than good.
yeah.
So,
I have seen people fast and it actually put them in the hospital before. All because let me say it right. All because they listened to someone else, and they did not listen to their body. The first of all, the Lord would love for you to fast, but He don't want you to fast to the point where you almost kill yourself.
exactly.
Okay, He don't want you to do that. He never said that. And let's be clear, we are not Jesus.
Mhm.
So Jesus fasted for 40 days, 40 nights with nothing, right? We not Him. He did that. He said use wisdom, wisdom. Okay, and I watched somebody do that, and one person ended up in the hospital almost leaving here, and the other one is not here. Okay, so do not do that to yourself. That is not the way to do that. You got to use wisdom when you are fasting.
Mhm.
Such as myself, I have health conditions, so I do not fast the way other people fast. Where everybody else refrain from food, in my case, I cannot. So I refrain from other things while I'm fasting. Okay. But I still don't sit down and stuff my face all day. That's not what I do. For the ones that know me, I don't eat like that anyway. I eat like a bird. So trying to do all of that, that's not what I do. But if you have health conditions, you still have to be smart about it.
Mhm.
Don't do that to yourself. Don't overdo it, because trying to fast longer than what you're supposed to, it don't make you holier. You feel me? Like I'm just saying it. It don't make you holier. Um, and it might get you closer to the Lord, but not in the manner that you want. All right. So I'm just saying, let's use wisdom. All right. But please, yes, seek His face and do that. But I just want you guys to understand the season that you're in. That's really all I wanted to touch on. So I want to shift that just a second or two. Um, and yeah. So I guess we now finna return to our regularly scheduled program. But this is the problem with this situation. Okay, so y'all already know that we've been. I don't even know why we gotta keep going back to the whole side chick issue. So I had a person say, they asked the question, why does it seem like side chicks bother me? Okay, so I'm gonna answer your question.
Wait, why does it why?
Why
Why?
does it seem like side chicks bother me?
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna tell you why. Um, Side chicks bother me because at one point I was that wife, right? On the other end. Okay. So this is why side chicks bother me. Okay. And it's not because it was just some random chick. No, this was a chick that became friends with me so she could sleep with my ex. Okay. When people come and you got motives, that's a whole nother type of deal that you cause things to want to happen because I was ready to do things that I ain't need to be doing.
That's that dangerous, that waiting side chick that it becomes very dangerous.
Okay. And so it was a different type of situation for me because I guess I would have been better with it if you were random. But when you want random and you did what you did, totally different situation. So, um, it's not that I have a for me, I just feel like y'all should have better goal about yourself. Like, why would you want to play second fiddle to what? Like, I don't understand. Why play second fiddle and do that to yourself? At the end of the day, um, I mean, granted, you know, later on down the line, yeah, it ended between me and him, but I just don't understand. You do that, and then the same thing happened to you.
But this the thing. I
Like,
could understand if the side chick didn't know she was a side chick and it okay, it ended up okay, he's living a double life.
yeah,
But a side chick that knows she's a side chick, she's selfish.
yeah,
And she's out to intentionally destroy a family.
yeah,
And sometimes that's all you know because you've seen it. So you don't know right from wrong until somebody actually breaks it down for you. But being a side chick, once again, you're selfish. Number two is you have a problem with you. You don't even really love you. You don't see the value in you.
hey,
And
Tom.
hey, Ty, he does not see your value. And he 9 times out of 10, he's a narcissist and he wants to be in complete control. And because you don't think much of you, you're just after the material stuff. But I'm here to tell you, you can get that material stuff on your own. You don't need another person to get that material stuff for you.
Like you don't want to find yourself in that because one day, even if you do have the opportunity to be a wife and he makes you that, remember how you got him,
Exactly.
right?
You reap what
Same
you
thing,
sow.
same thing took place, right?
Mhm.
And so, like, at the end of the day, was I one of them that sat back and said, "I told you so"? No, no, because I flat out said, "Listen, whatever you gonna do, when you get the next one, do right by them,
Mhm.
right?" And you know,
And
hey,
then a lot of times too, after you being the side chick, when something happens, now you got to go back to that person that you hindered, and that person got to end up praying for you. Now, and I say that because it's happened to me.
been
Okay,
there, done that. Been there,
been
done
in
that.
the position
Mm.
to where the Lord told me to pray for
Yep,
my husband's mistress.
been there,
We
done
was
that.
in the same church. Do you know the struggle? But that's when I knew that I was truly saved and I can walk in obedience.
Hey,
Because,
listen,
baby,
that's when I knew he had done a great work.
yes,
Hallelujah. Do you
yes.
understand?
Because, honey, child, honey. And then after I prayed for her, she thought we was friends. We not friends. We are not friends.
No,
I walked in
no.
obedience to what the Lord told me because I didn't want to see you in the grave. But that don't make me your friend, baby girl.
Oh, it just made me obedient at the
It
moment.
made me obedient to Christ.
It made me
It
obedient at the
showed
moment.
me that he won't put more on me than I can bear. It showed me that I lived a changed life. Because, honey, when we first met and you tried to wrap your arms around me, I had to tell you, don't touch me.
I ain't get that at all.
Don't touch me. I
I'm
don't hug. We not doing this. What,
no, that's
you
no.
sleeping with, really? I hug, I don't. Step back. In front of everybody. Not happening. So, honey, yes,
But
that's the reason for you
yeah,
have an
I mean
issue with
that's the
you.
reason why I have an issue, right? My thing is just be better than what you are, because sometimes you don't realize the impact of what you do,
Right.
right? And then after the dust settles, you sit back and you feel real dumb,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so it just has to be one of those moments where you I mean, there ain't no competition, none. I should never be your competition at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, you should feel like you his number one.
Exactly.
But if you're not that, then whose issue is it? Because on the other end, he probably telling you that you number one, but number one sitting at home.
But being a side chick is a lonely place. And not only that, it says about a lot about your self-esteem because you don't think much of yourself at all. So,
That's all I'm saying. Other than that, I just want you to love you enough to say that I don't want to play second fiddle. I ain't never been second fiddle. Never. In none of my relationships. So I'm not gonna do that. At the end of the day, if you can't put me first and I'm not priority, then why you here? Why we together? I don't understand. So like I tell people all the time, I've always had long relationships. I've always been with people for like years on top of years. So I don't know how that works. For people that change men like they change underwear, I don't know how that works. I ain't never been one of that. You know what I mean? Our first relationship lasted from middle school up into college, pretty much. You know what I mean? The one after college lasted 5, 6, 7 years.
yes, cousin, you are enough.
Tell yourself that every day.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how people do that. I ain't had no short term relationship, so you can't ask me about those. So it's just like just love yourself enough to not want to do that. And on top of that, you can't call yourself a side chick and say you say. I'm sorry. There ain't no way you doing that. Now, let's clear this up. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so let me clear this up. You are not considered a side chick if your dude is not married. If your dude is single, you just another chick.
That's it.
You just another chick he dating. You are not a side chick if your dude is not married. So let me clear that up for the saints. Hey, church boy, how are you? Long time no see. Um, but
Hey.
you are not a side chick if your dude ain't married. I don't care if he dating another chick and the other chick tell you they committed. Until she got his last name, she just another chick. Okay? So I do want to clear that up for y'all, because I saw that as one of the questions too. Or am I still considered a side chick if my dude ain't married? No.
He's single.
If your dude ain't married, he's single.
He do what he want. You do what you want. He's
Right.
okay.
He can be with who he want to be with.
Now, don't get me wrong. You expect if he's with a woman, you expect him to be committed to that woman. If they're living together, whatever have you, you expect them to be committed. Why would you, especially and if they got kids involved, why would you want to break up that happy home? But he is still considered a single man,
Yeah.
and his obligation should be to her, but it's not if he's still dealing with you. But why would you want to be that second fiddle either way? Because guess what? At the end of the day, guess who he going home to? At the end of the day, guess who he spending holidays with? At the end of the day, when do you get to see him? On his terms? Oh, he got a key so he could pop up? Oh, okay.
Listen, if your dude can't take you out in your town, there's a problem. If your dude only come over after midnight, there's a problem. If your dude only call you after he done with his dudes, there's another problem. Okay? Thank God for all the clarification. Some people put it. Oh yeah. Uh-uh. Um, if your dude can't take you around his homies, there's still another problem. Okay, because I've never been put in a situation where I couldn't be around my dude's friends.
Exactly.
Right? They always love for me to be around because I was always cooking something. They were ready to eat. Okay. So at the end of the day, like you gotta know. I'm not gonna tell you to be like one of them people, like you falling in line in the military, know your place. No, because at the end of the day, what is your place? Right? If you don't make it certain, and y'all don't give y'all selves boundaries with one another. So again, you are not considered a side chick if the dude ain't married. If he got a baby mama, she just that, a baby mama. How about you not make yourself baby mama number two? Right? Because if he ain't committed to her and he got babies with her, baby, he ain't gonna commit to you either. Right? And so you gotta sit back and you gotta think about stuff like that. So I do want to clear that up, and I'm glad we cleared that up tonight because a
But
lot.
why do you want to put yourself in that predicament, knowing he got a baby mama? Now you going into love and hip hop. Okay, y'all got a bunch of drama going on. You fighting over some guy. Come on now, why? Don't you want a peaceful life? Don't you want to be proud of your man? Don't
First
you
of
want to
all,
know your man is committed to you and only you?
financially, that check gonna be split between you, the baby mama, the kid, and him. Okay, who you think most of going to? The baby mama and the kid. He ain't got nothing but Applebee's left for you. Okay.
If he got that, because if he got a house and the car and the car note and the insurance and and all this other stuff, baby, he ain't even got Applebee's for himself.
Okay. If you say no, we gonna cook, and he bring the food to cook, that tells you a whole lot. Okay. It's not because he's trying to be romantical. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He took it out her freezer and brought it to you.
All right. It ain't because you're trying to be more romantical, baby. All right.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, y'all, listen. We just wanted to check in. I kind of figured that the other two was not going to be up here because they expected us to be up here the very next night, and we wasn't.
Right.
So I'm sure that they'll come back and watch it, and they'll get back in touch. Are you off? You working tomorrow?
I work in the morning, so I'm off at 7:30 in the
Okay.
evening.
So it's a possibility we might hop on and give y'all a little Q&A because I know y'all been asking for it.
Right.
Just don't do it to us because we.
But let's do two more questions. We can get off at 11.
So listen. All right, we're gonna go there. Y'all know every time she go there, this will happen, right? Okay. Go ahead and say the prayer. Come on.
Father, in the name of Jesus, Lord, watch over us. Don't let any hurt, harm, or danger come upon us. Lord, watch over those that are watching us. Give us a spirit of discernment like never before. Lord, let us speak only what you will have us to speak. In the name of Jesus, we say thank you, we praise you, and we count it done in Jesus' name. Give us foresight and insight. Amen.
Amen. Okay, so um, we have one that says, "Hi, my name is Natalie. I'm excited to be on this journey with you guys. I've been watching you guys since last year. Some of you guys' shows have been a eye opener in some situations of my life, particularly the church, particularly marriage and things of that nature, and having outside relationships outside of marriage. I allowed other people into my marriage, and um, we're still trying to pick up the pieces from it. But I think that we're on a better path now. But as of recently, I noticed that one night I went through his phone because we started unlocking each other's phones. I went through his phone and I saw that he had um text someone, and they were kind of like having flirty messages with each other. I really don't know how to take that, and I don't know if I'm just overthinking it or what. How should I feel about it? Well, if y'all had got to the point where y'all unlocked each other's phones and he knew that he did it, maybe he wanted you to see it. Just saying. Because if he didn't want you to know about it, he could have deleted the message. So, you know, I mean, because like my husband can unlock all my stuff too. I don't care because I ain't got nothing to hide. And so, he got all my passwords, he can get it to my emails, he can do all that. So, but this is the thing. If you know that you're doing something that you should not be doing, wrong time to give somebody all your stuff. Right? And so you have to really stop and think about that. Um, if he didn't want you to know, he could have deleted it so you wouldn't have seen it. Um, I mean, you could ask him about it if y'all starting to be more open with each other, like you said. Ask him about it instead of you sitting here wrecking your brain and walking around your house and looking at him sideways. Um, just go to him and ask him. Period. But the question is, do you also have something going on that if he came to you, it'll be the same thing? Because are y'all doing this tit for tat kind of situation? I mean, you never bring a third party into your marriage like that. That's
And
that's
we talked about that last week.
that's where the both of y'all messed up right there. So that's the first no. But like I said, if you want to know, just go ask me.
And another thing is, we can't tell you how you're supposed to feel. Only you know how you feel. But don't look for what you really don't want to know the answer to.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for stuff, you're going to find it. If you're lacking trust, you don't have anything anyway. So you got to decide, is the relationship actually worth it? Now, once again, like Coco said, have a conversation. If
Yeah.
y'all going somewhere with it, go somewhere with it. If you're not, why are you wasting your time? Is this husband or boyfriend?
Who?
Is this her husband or boyfriend?
Husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all gotta really, I would say, seek counsel. Definitely seek counsel if y'all want this to work.
Mm-hmm.
But stop looking for stuff.
Yeah.
Walk by faith, not by sight. If he gonna mess around, baby, he gonna mess around whether you know it or not. If you can't trust him, and if he can't trust you, y'all don't have anything.
Yeah.
Communication is key.
Because this is my thing. If you got trust, y'all don't have to check each other's phone.
Exactly.
You know, my husband only unlocks my phone when he feel like he want to add something to it. He like to play Mr. Gadget, so he'll come and want to add something to my phone. He feel like it's gonna speed it up or something, like we on a computer. I don't know. But you know, that's what he'll come and do. But I don't care. I'm like, take the phone in the room, go back there. You know what I mean? Like, um, because that's just how we are. But if y'all unlocking each other phones because you so worried about
Him doing something.
what the other person doing, baby, y'all ain't got no trust.
And I ain't got that type of time.
Y'all ain't got no trust. That's a lot of energy. So why I got to wait till you sleep? Why I got to wait till you not in the room? If I can't answer your phone or unlock your phone with you sitting right next to me, and I think you finna rip my hand off to get it back.
Hmm.
Like, you know.
How about take you in your phone and y'all can go on out? Okay. I'm not gonna say that, but because it ain't nice. But all right.
I'm
I
just
pray
saying.
that we helped you. Let us know how y'all do. But I truly pray for your marriage that y'all, if y'all really wanted to work it out, you can't do it by yourself. It has to be two-sided, and God needs to be in it all the way. So if you are the only one working at it, okay, figure it out. If you both are working at it, get some counsel and y'all grow and restore the love and the trust. Okay. Next
So,
question.
Deborah says, so based on what y'all just said, I'm not a side chick, I'm just the other chick. Because he only calls me after midnight. Well, baby, yeah.
No, you're not the other chick. You the call. You the call. Okay. I'm being good. You the call.
You the ring doorbell.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Um, that's what we're gonna call it, the ring doorbell.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Now
yeah,
it's your choice if you decide to stay that. If it's on your terms, baby, more power to you. Go for it. But if
yeah.
it ain't, and it's only on his,
If he only call you after midnight, he wouldn't be calling me.
at all.
Granted, I'm a whole night owl, but I ain't answering my door for you.
Mm-mm.
I'm at peace at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You ain't gonna mess up my peace.
And he ain't coming for peace. He coming though.
He coming for AP. Okay. And
I'm
probably for you,
sorry.
and
We
probably for
we
you to
trying to
wash,
be brutally
probably for
honest
you to wash
sometimes.
his dirty clothes, and he might be coming for you to wash his dirty clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay.
But
So
if you know he got somebody, why put yourself through that? You
he
already know he got a girl.
said he tells me that he can only come at that time because of his job. Baby, you believe that?
No, she don't believe it. That's why she up here.
You believe that? I know you don't.
You
You
don't
believe that?
believe
I
that.
know you don't, girl. You don't believe that. You can't.
Let
First
me
off,
ask you this:
hold on.
how
What he
long he
do?
stay?
What he do? I need you to tell me what he do, and I can tell you. I can tell you if that might be the case. Tell me what he do. If you say this dude working fast food, I'm just gonna cut the camera off. Cause fast food ain't keeping him from you till midnight.
But I want to know how long he stay because he going home at night. He might stay with you for an hour or two.
She say he'll come a little after midnight and he'll stay until the next morning.
So he playing both of y'all.
He telling somebody he working the graveyard shift.
Yeah. Cause you ain't the only one.
No, he telling somebody he working the graveyard shift, boo. Okay, they want you to know that. All right.
Do he come every night or 2-3 times a week?
She say he'll come every night if she let him.
Okay. That ain't it.
He ain't committed, but you ain't the only one. I could guarantee you that he ain't committed, but you ain't the only one.
Mm-mm.
His job and her takes up the day. You get graveyard shift. Okay. I hope we answered your question. Okay.
Now the question is, what you gonna do about it?
Just saying. All right, we got. Oh, I don't even know how to say your name.
Are you pregnant?
Is who pregnant? Deborah?
The last one we were talking
Deborah?
to.
Yeah, that Deborah.
I don't know her name.
Deborah, you heard him. I would suggest you plead the fifth because this is gonna take a long time if you answer that question.
No, it's not. I just have a question.
While we waiting for her to respond, okay, I'm gonna say your name is Gerard. That's your last name. I don't know how to say your first name, so don't ask me. I'm gonna jack it up, so I ain't gonna try. You say, "Nice to meet y'all. You from South Carolina?
Hi.
Glad to join your being the comment of your live. I probably came on late, but it's okay. I saw a post where we could send you questions. Okay, so here's my question. Okay, it says I was super excited when I started dating this dude. Well, things kind of we've been dating steady for 6 months. Things started getting hot and heavy. I decided that I was going to try to hold out as long as I could before trying to be intimate. Well, only to find out, because this is a female that's talking, only to find out that my dude ain't a dude. I don't know how to feel about this. Okay,
You in
was that
love?
a question? Because that wasn't a question.
So let me ask this: is it your first time dealing with another female, or
I
have
would,
you already been experimenting, or you were curious? And because only you could you know how you feel, how you truly feel.
she said this is my first time dating, period. She said I'm not that old. She said I'm 21 and I was raised in a household that I couldn't date until I got older.
Okay.
Okay, so you feel like you were lied to pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um,
So are you in love?
yes, I just have an issue that they didn't tell me what they really were. Okay.
Okay. So you have the issue, and now that you know, what are you gonna do? Are you planning on staying in it? Because it's based off a lie. Why didn't they tell you?
I guess for me, my question is how you didn't know. Um, Even females that I know that played a manly role, you still know. So I guess that's my question, like how you really didn't know. I guess you didn't find out until y'all got ready to go lay down. So you must have really kept it GQ or GP up until that time. I mean, I'm just saying, like for real, for real. No, I mean, all jokes aside, how would you not know? Even if you walking in holding hands, you can kind of tell still. Like even with facial features and all, you could kind of know.
Makeup is real now, but I guess because she's
Well, you also say you were sheltered, so never mind.
exactly. That's the word I was looking for. She's never dated before, and this is her first time dating. So But it still boils down to what are you going to do about it?
Yeah. Are you going to end it? Are you going to keep it?
Because only you can decide that. Now, I can tell you from my perspective, if it was based on the lie, it's going to continue in the lie.
Well, this is my thing. I guess I would ask them why they chose not to tell you.
Right. With the
And
aspect.
then kind of go from there and make your decision on what you're gonna do. She said,
Because
"Oh, she said the main problem is I was raised in a household that's not right." Oh,
okay, but how do you feel? I understand how you was raised, but you grown now. So how do you feel?
I mean, I understand that you don't feel like you'd be able to take it home. Um, I'm confused. Okay,
Understood.
understood.
Now this the thing though. You can y'all can be friends without having an intimate relationship. You can let that go and still be the person's friend if that's not what you believe in.
For it to be her first relationship, that would be hard for her.
Uh, Probably so.
And they wouldn't be able to be friends like that because that would be super hard for her. Because she already taking it hard now. Like
Right.
that would be hard for her.
But you're gonna have to make a decision. And that I would start with a conversation.
Yeah. Um. I mean, it sucks because at first it sounded like y'all was having a good relationship up until that point.
So how did you find out? Found out because y'all was about to get intimate?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks real bad.
Yeah. That sucks. I mean, oh, that really sucks because I just really thought about that. That means you were finna be willing to lose your virginity.
Yep.
Oh wow. Yeah, that sucks for real.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really just put two and two. Wow.
Okay, Coco having a slow moment.
I was like for real, y'all.
It was
I'm
the
sorry. Because
relation.
I was thinking about that until like oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's
So
real.
so let me ask this question. Never mind.
That sucks for real. Wow.
Never
Yeah.
mind. You never touched, y'all never touched, felt nothing, explored nothing.
Mm-mm. She said they would go out, they would go do what they was gonna do, drop her off, walk up to the door, all that stuff. Never nothing because she told them that she was holding out until she felt like they might be something there because she didn't want to do anything with anybody that she wasn't going to have anything with. So she obviously felt like that's what it was to get ready to explore that moment. But that sucks. Like,
So did the person come out and tell you when y'all was getting ready to explore that moment, or did you just happen to
she
explore?
she said when everything came off and she realized they had the same body part.
So at that point, what did you do?
She said I got up, put my clothes back on, and I asked them to leave.
Okay. Have you spoken to him since then?
She said they have called me. I haven't answered the phone, but I responded to text messages. I told them that I need time.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. You got a decision to make.
Pretty much.
With you being sheltered, I know how you feel about your family dynamic. And then if you actually do have feelings for the other individual, then you got that dynamic. going on. So I'm sure that you are very confused at this moment. And that just really sucks. Especially when you was getting ready to make the leap you was gonna make. That's yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it set you back for real, for real. So, yeah,
And I hope we answered your question because I have nothing else after that one.
I promise you we didn't, but I don't feel like we gave her much of anything, but I would say communicate, and you're gonna have to
Yeah.
decide
You're gonna have to
exactly
make that
what you want to do. If you're gonna let the relationship go completely, let it go, move
decision.
on,
You're
and
gonna
go
have to
from
make
there.
a decision. And I know the biggest issue is you just feel like you were
Betrayed.
and yeah, betrayed and deceived at the same time.
Mhm.
So I know that's kind of rough,
You can
especially
just
with it being your first relationship. That
right,
kind of sucks even more.
and
So
you're definitely gonna need to heal from this.
yeah,
So take your time.
yeah. I'm sorry.
You need to, but let us know. Let us know how it goes if
Yeah.
you continue or if you decide to let go
Whatever
and
your choice
wait
is,
on God.
keep us posted.
Yes.
Well, y'all, we said we was getting off at 11. It's 11:03. We done. We'll if Quinn says the same, we'll be back up here with y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll make an attempt to come up tomorrow,
Um,
but it'll be earlier.
y'all already know. We love y'all to life, love y'all to live, live every day on purpose and make it count.
And walk in your destiny. Have a good night.